I still can't believe I got a shirt over at Deadpit.com store. I'm sitting here wearing a shirt with my face on it. But I'm not going to become a media whore. I'm not going to try to pimp all my cool stuff they got in the store over there. I would never do that. I'll just take a sip of my coffee. I'm still the same humble guy talking about movies. Welcome back to Pot's Movie Dungeon. How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to Pot's Movie Dungeon. I appreciate you clicking on this video. Guys, I just want to have a little bit of fun with that intro. Hope you guys didn't mind that too much. I basically just wanted to give a shout out to Wes and all the guys over at Deadpit.com. Me and Wes did a stream a few weeks back, and we got to talking about t-shirts, and he was nice enough to have me send him my logo, and he threw my shirt up in their store. And guys, I'm not going to lie, I geeked out a little bit. I bought 7 shirts the first night they came out. I bought coffee mugs. I bought all kind of shit. So I'm not going to lie, I was pretty excited about it. So Wes, again, thank y'all so much. I really appreciate it, guys. And y'all go over and check out their shop. It's shop.deadpit.com. They got a ton of cool shirts over there. So anyway, guys, enough about that. We'll get started with the video. In this video, what we're going to do is we're going to go over my latest pickups from A24 and Imprint Films. These are both two companies that I've recently started collecting. Now, I did have a few A24 titles, Hereditary, Midsommar, The Room, Spring Breakers, stuff like that. But didn't have that many titles by them. But after X came out, I decided I was really going to dig in and try to start collecting more of the A24 titles. And the other company, Imprint Films, they're based out of Australia. First one I got in from them was At Close Range with Christopher Walken, Chris Penn, and Sean Penn. And I tell you guys, the transfer, the special features, it kind of blew me away. And the package is pretty awesome also. So I became an instant fan, and I started going through their catalog and started picking up some more titles I was interested in. And I grabbed, there was a couple blind buys I picked up. Now they're up to like, I don't know, about maybe 140, 145 releases now. So I'm going to go through and just kind of cherry pick the ones that I'm really interested in. But I am catching myself being interested in a lot more just because of the high quality of the releases, the packaging, and the quality of the movies. I'm really becoming a fan of this company. So in this video, I'm going to go over my latest pickups by Imprint, by A24, and I also have 3 random titles I'm going to include in this video. I have a new Best Buy exclusive steelbook, and I also have 2 other random titles I'm just going to include in this video here. Alright, well guys, we'll go ahead and get started. Before we do though, if this is your first time here, please consider hitting that subscribe button. If you guys are into physical media, boutique titles, horror movies, anything related to that, we have a lot of fun live streams. This might be a channel that might interest you. If you guys have been here before, thank y'all so much for coming back. So guys, with this very first title here, this is going to be a Best Buy exclusive that I just recently got in, and that is a movie called Smoking Aces. Now this is a movie that I had not seen in many, many years, and I was very excited to see that it was coming to 4K, and I thought this would be a perfect time for me to revisit this film. If you guys are not familiar with this, when a Las Vegas performer turned snitch named Buddy Israel decides to turn state's evidence and testify against the mob, it seems that a whole lot of people would like to make sure he's no longer breathing. This movie came out in 2006 and has a great cast, guys. It stars Jeremy Piven, Ryan Reynolds, Ray Liotta, Wayne Newton, Peter Berg, Ben Affleck. I'm going through it. It has Common, Andy Garcia. Guys, just a star-studded cast. Really looking forward to revisiting this one. I'll give you guys a shot of the front and the back of the artwork here. There's the back. And I will show y'all the disc art there. And I'll go ahead and pop out these discs so you guys can see the inside artwork. It's got some pretty nice inside artwork here. There's a shot of that. And I'll give y'all a full shot of the back of the steelbook. So yeah, guys, like I said, real excited to have this. This is a movie that I am a fan of, but like I said, it's been, I don't know how long, it's been a long time since I've seen it. So I'm real excited about revisiting this film again. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Alright, so the next one I have here, this is a movie I absolutely don't know anything about. I got a message from my buddy Brian over at Brian Goes Blue, and he asked me if I'd picked this up yet. And I think him and Johnny and maybe Brad had all picked this up. Brian's recommendations are usually pretty good, so I decided to go ahead and pick it up. And that is a movie called Zeter. I don't have any idea, guys, but that's the name of it. Look at that cover, guys. Now this is an 88 Films, and it's one of their hard boxes. And the last few of these 88 films have been nothing but just pure quality. So I I'm excited about getting this one in. Checking this out. And guys, get a really nice book with this thing. And I'll tell you, 88 Films will rival Arrow as far as their packaging goes. They're they don't have near the releases that Arrow has, at least as far as what I've seen so far. But you get the artwork on the inside. It does come with a poster, and I will take the poster out now and show you guys. And I think it is just you got a reversible too. So there's the poster, guys. There's the front, and there is the back of the poster. But guys, this is a 1983 movie. It's called Zeter, but it's also known as Revenge of the Dead. And let's see if there's anybody in this that I recognize. Nobody that I see off the top of my head here, guys. I'm sorry if I'm leaving anybody out. But it says, Stefano, a young journalist, buys a used typewriter and accidentally sees that some text is still readable on the ribbon. He manages to reconstruct the story of a scientist, Paulo Zeter, who in the 1950s discovered that some types of terrain have the power to revive the dead that are buried in them. Stefano's investigation brings him in contact with a group of renegade scientists that are still making experiments to prove Zeter's theories. So it sounds like a pretty interesting premise. Maybe some kind of zombie movie. But yeah. But usually when Brian recommends something, I usually pick it up. So Brian, thanks again for the recommendation, and I'll be checking that out real soon. Now, this one here is another one that I know very little about, and unfortunately it went out of stock over at Orbit.com, and I wasn't able to find it anywhere else. But about a week later, I noticed that it came back in stock. Orbit's famous for on Facebook, they will post pictures of their most recent pickups. And in one of their pictures, I seen they had 3 or 4 copies of this, so I got on there and grabbed it right away. And this is a 4K release of a movie called The Proposition. And again, guys, another collector's edition, limited edition. Again, this right here rivals Arrow as far as their packaging goes. You get the hard box, and again, guys, with this one here, you get a really nice booklet. I mean, this thing here is look at that. So, just to give you an idea, a lot of reading material there, guys. And there's the front of the book there, if you guys want to get a better look at that. And you also got a really nice poster here. Really nice artwork. You guys can get a view of that. And this is just the cover of the front of the box there. This is released by a company called BFI, and I'm not familiar with them. I don't think I have any other releases by them. But this one you do get a Blu-ray and a 4K on the inside. You get like the flipper case. I'm not a big fan of that, but it ain't that big a deal. But yeah, guys, this is a really nice looking release. Let's see if we get any reverse cover art on this. I'm not sure if we do or not. Nope, no reverse cover art. But I'm really liking the yellow and black. So good looking release. This movie came out in 2005, and it says a lawman apprehends a notorious outlaw and gives him 9 days to kill his older brother, or else they'll execute his younger brother. The stars Ray Winstone, Guy Pearce, Emily Watson. And there's a few other faces I recognize, guys. Danny Houston, I think he's on the show Yellowstone. Yeah, guys, it looks very interesting. It looks right up my alley. And that is one that I am going to be watching real soon. Guys, that's the 3 random pickups I wanted to show in this video. Now we're going to go over the few A24 titles I picked up. I do have more of the imprints to show you guys. But we're going to get started with the A24s. The first one I picked up is a movie that I had seen this on my Vudu. It pops up all the time on Vudu. I see it online when I'm looking for movies and stuff like that, and I love this cover. I never picked it up before. I'm a big Ewan McGregor fan, but that is a movie called Son of a Gun, and I am excited to finally own this and check this out. Was not even aware this was an A24 until I started doing my research. This is a 2014 release. It says JR busts out of prison with Brendan Leach, Australia's most notorious criminal, and joins Lynch's gang for a gold heist that soon pits the 2 men against one another. And this movie stars Ewan McGregor, Brenton Thwaites, I'm saying that right. And I don't recognize really anybody else in the cast, guys. But Ewan McGregor, big fan of his. So looking forward to checking it out. Now, I know you guys know I'm a proclaimed slipcover whore. I know you're saying, oh, there's no slipcover. Well, don't fret, I'm getting one made. So, but yeah, this is one of those slipcovers that were hard to find. So instead of trying to track one down, paying too much for it, I'm going to get a hold of my buddy and get him to make me a slipcover. And so I will have one here real soon. But that is Son of a Gun. Now, this next movie here, I want to say I watched this online, like on a streaming service of some kind, and I don't think I finished it. I think it's one of those movies that I started late at night, and it didn't grab me right away. But I am looking forward to going back and checking it out again. And that is a movie called The Lobster. And from what I know about this movie here, I think once you hit a certain age, you go to this colony or this hotel type thing or whatever, and basically you have so much time to find true love. And if you don't find true love, then I think you get turned into a certain kind of animal. You know, hence the lobster. I don't know if you get to choose the animal or what the deal is. But in a nutshell, that's pretty much what the premise is, from what I know about it. But again, this is one that, didn't realize it was an A24. And once I actually started doing some research, I was really surprised to see just how many titles were A24 titles I wasn't aware of. But this movie came out in 2015. And it says, in a dystopian near future, single people, according to the laws of the city, are taken to the hotel, where they are obliged to find a romantic partner in 45 days, or are transformed into beasts and sent off into the woods. So yeah, that's pretty close to what I remember from what I've seen of it. So I have no idea how this movie ends. I started watching it, got maybe 45 minutes into it, and I think I passed out, and I never, like I said, never went back to it. Stars Colin Farrell and Rachel Weisz. Sounds like a very interesting premise. I know there are a lot of fans of this movie, so looking forward to checking that one out. Now this next one, this is a crazy ass movie. I know I had this on, and back when I had my half shelves back here, and me and my wife were in here building these half shelves, and I had this on just playing in the background. And to be honest with you, I haven't went back and watched it a second time, but I am looking forward to checking it out again. I know my wife came in as the movie was playing, and she was like, "What in the hell are you watching?" Well, that movie that I was watching is The Lighthouse. Now, guys, if you have not seen this movie here, it is absolutely batshit crazy. If memory serves, the first thing that William Dafoe does is I think he farts. He pretty much just farts and asks about his lobster.
You're fond of me lobster, ain't you?
Drunken in a Virginia fence.
I seen it. You're fond of me lobster. Say it. Say it. Say it.
I don't have to say nothing.
Danny!
That's what I remember about his character, but he plays a great role. Robert Pattinson's great in this. This is a very unusual movie, but it is one that I definitely enjoyed. But I'm definitely looking forward to checking this one out again. This is one of those movies that while you're watching it, you're not really sure if you like it or not. But that being said, you can't stop watching. And the more you watch it, the more it kind of gets embedded in your brain. And I watched this movie probably shortly after it came out for the first time, and it's always kind of stuck with me. Now I have not went back and rewatched it since, but it's definitely a movie that has kind of stuck in my memory. It's not one of those forgettable movies, which I think is the worst thing you can say about a movie is being forgettable. This movie is definitely not forgettable. It says two lighthouse keepers try to maintain their sanity while living on a remote and mysterious New England island in the 1890s. And this film was directed by Robert Eggers. It stars Robert Pattinson and William Dafoe. And there's not that many other people in this movie, guys. It's pretty much just them two. And I tell you, they do a great job back and forth. These guys do a great job keeping this movie going. It's as far as keeping your interest. And just check it out. If you haven't seen it, you need to watch it at least once. There's going to be people that love it. There's going to be people that hate it. But you guys definitely need to check it out at least one time. You guys, that's The Lighthouse. Glad to own that. So next up, we have an A24 title that I'm not familiar with at all. It's one called The End of the Tour, starring Jason Segel and Jesse Eisenberg. Two actors I am fans of, but I know very little about this film here. The movie was released in 2015. It says the story of the 5-day interview between Rolling Stone reporter David Lipsky and acclaimed novelist David Foster Wallace, which took place right after the 1996 publication of Wallace's groundbreaking epic novel, Infinite Jest. None of that means nothing to me. I know nothing about that story. But anyway, guys, this does star Jason Segel and Jesse Eisenberg, and it was directed by James Ponsalti. I have no idea, but I'll show you guys what it looks like. There's the front, there's the back. And guys, if you can, let me know down below if y'all know anything about this film. Like I am a fan of both of these guys, so and guys, both A24s, you're not going to get much on the inside. That's why I really haven't been showing these. Yeah, but like I said, please let me know down below if you guys have seen this. It's an A24. I will eventually get to it, but The premise of the movie don't really strike me, but you know, these two actors in it, it might be good. So next up from A24, we have a movie called Cut Bank. Now guys, take a look at this cast. You have Liam Hemsworth, Teresa Palmer, Billy Bob Thornton, Bruce Dern, and John Malkovich. I mean, how could you go wrong? But I have heard of this movie. I haven't seen the trailer, so I really don't know that much about it. But yeah, this is one that I will be checking out soon because I'm a big fan of that cast. It says a young man's life is unraveled after witnessing a murder that he filmed in his rural town of Cut Bank. Directed by Matt Shackman. Not familiar with him. And guys, the cast of this movie is just fantastic. But I'll show you all the front and the back here. And you know, inside about the same. And nothing to see on the inside, guys. No artwork or anything. Yeah, guys, Billy Bob Thornton, Bruce Dern, John Malkovich. Yeah, sign me up. So the next title I picked up from A24. I was aware of this movie. I did not know this was an A24 either. And this is like a biopic documentary type thing on the musician Amy Winehouse that passed away a few years back. It says archival footage and personal testimonials present an intimate portrait of the life and career of British singer-songwriter Amy Winehouse. And it's got Amy Winehouse playing herself, and Russell Brand's in this, and some other names I don't recognize. But I like a good biopic. I like a good documentary. Like I said, I was never really a huge fan of Amy Winehouse. And guys, I'm definitely going to check this out. And who knows, maybe after watching the movie, I'll have a better appreciation of Amy Winehouse. I just was never that big of a fan, but you know, always open to new ideas. Now, guys, this last A24 that I picked up, it's kind of a strange release, whatever. I'm trying to remember what country I got this from. I want to say I got this from Italy. I got it from Amazon Italy, if memory serves. I'm not 100% sure of that. It might have been Germany, but for some reason I'm thinking this one came from Italy. But this is a weird release of the movie Lamb. And there is the cover of that artwork, guys. So this is a media book. Show you the front and back of that. And I will show you all the... Let me turn that disc around so I can get a better shot. There's the inside. You guys, just like I said, this is the media book. It's really nice imagery on the inside. It's a very weird imagery on the inside. But this does come with a 4K, and you get a Blu-ray on the back there. But I don't know, guys. When I started collecting the H24s, I was looking around for a release of Lamb. And when I did on Blu-ray.com, I seen this one come up. And I was really kind of intrigued by that artwork. And just thought this was kind of a cool looking release. And so I decided to go with it. Now, the one thing that does suck, I am collecting H24s. And I guess this movie was not released by A24 in that country. Because I don't see the A24 logo anywhere on the back of this. I'll be interested to pop this in and see if the A24 logo comes up before the movie starts. So, you know, collecting the A24s. A24 put this out. Do I go get the A24 USA release of this? You know, probably not. I think this will be good enough. So looking forward to checking that one out. But that is all the A24s that I have in this collection update. All right, now moving on to the imprint titles I picked up for this collection update. Now this first title here I'm very excited about because, as many of you know, these imprint titles have numbers on the spines, which y'all know I'm a big fan of. And this one here happens to be number 1 in the line. And this was not an easy one to find with the slip box. And that is, of course, the original War of the Worlds. No, this is not the one with Tom Cruise. This is the original. And this one came out in 1953. And this one was directed by Byron Haskin. Of course, it was based on the novel of H.G. Wells. And, you know, guys, I've never seen the original. I'm very excited to check this one out. And when I first started collecting these imprint titles, this is one I did want to get. But I wanted to get it with this with the slip box. And I simply couldn't find it. Well, the other day I got on eBay, and somebody was selling this at a very reasonable price with the slip box. So, of course, I grabbed it immediately when I seen it. So I was very happy to get this one, guys. But I'll go ahead and show y'all what it looks like here. These imprint titles, I mean, I'm telling you, they're there's the spine. And you see there's number 1. But, yeah, these things are just fantastic, guys. Now, most of these, I'm not going to say most of these, a lot of these only have very few special features, if any. But this one here does have a pretty good amount. You see right there, that's all the special features right there. Let me go and get this thing out of the box, guys. Sorry, I'm just very excited to have number 1 in this line. I've been trying to grab this one for a pretty good while now. And I'll show you what you get on the inside here. Traditionally, you don't get reverse cover art with the imprints. You get really nice disc art there. And I'll take this out and show you all the reversible there. Like, it's not really the reversible, the inside artwork. But guys, this is an older movie, so I mean, me personally, I don't recognize many of these names. You have Gene Barry, Ann Robinson, Les Tremaine. But yeah, I love the Steven Spielberg, Tom Cruise War of the Worlds that we got, what is it now, 10, 15 years ago. But never seen the original, always wanted to check it out. I will go ahead and read these special features on the back because, like I said, on a lot of these you're not going to get a bunch. But this one here it says mastered from a new 4K restoration from the original camera negative. Exclusive audio commentary by film critics Barry Forshaw and Kim Newman. You get some audio commentaries. It says The Sky is Falling, Making War of the Worlds documentary. H.G. Wells, the father of science fiction featurette. The Mercury Theater On the Air presents The War of the Worlds radio broadcast from 1938 with stills from Orson Welles, a theatrical trailer and photo gallery. And guys, if you know your history, the radio broadcast The War of the Worlds that was done by Orson Welles, I know that scared the hell out of people back in the day. A lot of people thought it was really happening. So I'm really excited to check out these special features. I think it's going to be a good time. But I am very excited about this release, guys. Yeah, that's number 1 in the imprint line. Super, super proud to have that. Alright, moving on to the next imprint title. This is number 44 in the line, and it is an older movie called The Face Behind the Mask, starring Peter Lorre. And this one here says 1941. It's also on the spine there, guys. It has the year. You have the year, and it's numbered at the bottom. I'll show you the front and the back of the box here. And you do see, you do get some special features, guys. I'm not going to go over all these, but you do get some special features. And I will show you all the inside packaging. And there's the back. And disc art, and there is a nice image of Peter Lorre there. Now, I don't think I've ever seen anything with Peter Lorre. I'm just starting to get into some of these older films. So, really excited to, expand my horizons a little bit and check out some of these older titles. I mean, I know Peter Lorre, whatever, was a legend back in the day. But it says here, a disfigured watchmaker with a grudge against society embarks on a life of crime. And going through, guys, I don't recognize any of these names. I'm sure if I stood up, some of you more educated guys would probably know them. But, yeah. That's The Face Behind the Mask, guys. What fiendish fury turns man into monster? And you see, there's the shot of the back. You see it's in old black and white. Obviously. I mean, from 1941. All right. Moving on to the next imprint title. We have, what I can see from this one here, guys, this was an old made-for-TV movie. This one came out in 1979. This is spine number 38. And it's The Two Worlds of Jenny Logan. This movie stars Lindsay Wagner, Linda Gray, and Mark Singer. Now, a lot of you people out there younger than me may not know who this is, but Lindsay Wagner played the Bionic Woman, which was a very cool show back in my day. So for those of you that grabbed the recent Vinegar Syndrome release of Beastmaster, Mark Singer was the Beastmaster. That's what I know him from. So it's got a pretty good cast in it. Linda Gray, I remember her from Dallas, the old TV show Dallas. It says, Jenny Logan discovers an antique dress in her attic that allows her to travel back in time. Soon, she's torn between life with her philandering husband and a romance with a handsome artist who was murdered at the turn of the century. It's a made-for-TV movie that always makes me a little leery. This is one of those deals, and Brad, if you're out there, you know what I'm talking about. I needed another title for the free shipping through Orbit, and so this is one I didn't have. They had in their supply, so I threw it in the cart, and I figured, okay, it's an imprint title. I'm going to check it out. I was a fan of the artwork. I figured, what the hell. I actually did not realize this was a made-for-TV movie until I got ready to do this video. Not much as far as special features. You get a 1080p high-definition presentation from MGM, an audio commentary, and a television trailer. So, there's the inside artwork, guys. Yeah, I would say as far as the imprints I've picked up, this is probably the one I'm the least excited about. But I'll give anything a chance one time, guys. Who knows? I may be a fan. But like I say before, guys, on these movies I know nothing about. If any of y'all seen them, let me know down below if it's worth a watch. But that is, again, guys, that's number 38 in the imprint line. I know that wasn't a very great review of that movie, guys, but as soon as I seen it was a made-for-TV movie, I kind of lost interest pretty quick. Traditionally, those movies don't really excite me that much, but there are some good ones. So we'll see. All right, moving on. So this next title from Imprint, this is number 13 in the line, and this is from 1975, and that is The Day of the Locust. The movie was directed by John Schlesinger, and it stars Donald Sutherland, Karen Black, Burgess Meredith. I mean, really solid cast there, guys. I'm going down to see if I recognize anybody else. I see Bo Hopkins. I recognize that name. James Earl Haley, you know, our new Freddy Krueger. He's in this. Must be very young in this. This is right around the Bad News Bear days, so he's probably a little punk early teenager there, like he was in that movie. And it looks like it also stars William Atherton. Now, he looks familiar to me. Yeah, William Atherton was the asshole reporter from Die Hard, the one that got punched in the face by the wife. But it says here, an art director in the 1930s falls in love and attempts to make a young woman an actress despite Hollywood, who wants nothing to do with her because of her problems with an estranged man and her alcoholic father. So, you know, it's got a good cast. Yeah, I'm kind of excited to be checking this one out, guys. And there's a shot of the back, so you guys can see that. And yeah, special features here, guys, not a whole lot. You get a couple interviews. It says 1080p presentation of the film by Paramount Pictures. But yeah, you get a documentary. You know, not bad, not bad. I will show you all the inside artwork real fast. There's a shot of a young Donald Sutherland there. And inside disc art, and you see the image there on the back. But yeah, that's number 13 in the line. And guys, what I'm noticing here, they're up to like number 140, 145 in this line now. And anything like 20 and below in that line, it's kind of hard to find. So anytime I find anything under number 20 that I'm interested in grabbing, that's kind of a big deal. All right, so next up, we have a movie from 1977. This is spine number 114. Now, this one here is a little more up my alley, guys. This is going to be a horror title, and this is called Audrey Rose. Now, this movie here, what I'm really excited about more than anything is the cast. The main star of this movie is Mr. Hannibal Lecter himself, Anthony Hopkins. I'm a huge Anthony Hopkins fan, and so I'm very excited about that. This is one of his movies I've never seen. But the rest of the cast here, you have Anthony Hopkins, Marsha Mason, John Beck, Susan Swift, Norman Lloyd, and John Hillerman. Now, John Hillerman was the guy that played Higgins on the Magnum P.I. TV show back in the day, if you remember that. It says here, a stranger attempts to convince a happily married couple that their daughter is actually his daughter reincarnated. Directed by Robert Wise. But yeah, super excited about this one, guys. Anthony Hopkins always delivers. I mean, even a movie that's just mediocre, he just brings it up to another level to me. And yeah, very excited about this. Please let me know down below if you guys have seen this. And you get quite a few special features on this one here, guys. It's a 1080p high definition transfer by MGM. You get an audio commentary. There's a brand new 2022 featurette on here. Investigator, The Paranormal World of Frank DeFility. You get Kim Newman talking about Audrey Rose, also from 2022. The Role of a Mother, an interview with actress Marsha Mason, 2022. And it says, I've Been Here Before, Reincarnation on Film, a video essay by film historian Lee Gambin. That's also from 2022. Another documentary, and a theatrical trailer. So this thing's pretty loaded with special features, guys. I'll show you the inside of it real quick. And really not much to see. You got some disc art there. And I'll have to take this out so you guys can see it. It's not that much. You get just a shot of the... I'm assuming that's Audrey Rose there. So, yeah, guys. This is going to be a fun one, I think. And that is from 1977. Yeah, man, these titles are just... I don't know, guys. I really love the packaging on these things. Alright, guys. Next up in the line is a movie that I'm very familiar with. And for one reason, I already own it. This is a movie called Body Parts. Now, I've already picked this up through Screen Factory, but I decided to go ahead and get the imprint title. For one, I wanted to see what the transfer looked like. And two, I'm really a fan of this packaging. And I didn't do a lot of research, and I probably should have before I double dipped on this. I was hoping this was going to have different special features than what Screen Factory put out. There's a Screen Factory release there. And looking at the back here, guys, I mean, the features seem to be almost identical. The only thing that I see differently, if I'm looking at this right, is you get one additional interview on the imprint release from actor Peter Murnick, and I think you get one additional commentary. It looks like you get a different commentary with film historian Lee Gamblin from 2021. So that is the only thing I see different, is that one commentary and that one additional interview, as long as I'm not looking at this wrong. So really, it's not really enough to really justify grabbing this. I mainly got it because of the packaging. I'm really becoming a fan of these imprint titles. And so, yeah, guys, I double dip. I try not to do it very often. But this movie here came out in 1991. And, guys, it's such a fun movie. If you guys haven't seen this, you really need to check this out. It says, after losing his arm in a car accident, a criminal psychologist has it replaced with a limb that belonged to a serial killer. This movie was directed by Eric Red. I'm a big fan of Eric Red. And this stars Jeff Fahey and Kim Delaney and Brad Dourif. Of course, Mr. Chucky himself. Guys, it's just such a fun movie. It's a movie that I go back to and revisit. I would say every so many years. It's just one that I've always enjoyed. I've seen this in theaters when it first came out. And I'm just a really big fan, guys. But this is Spine number 89. And this came out in 1991. And I'll show you again. I'll show you the front and the back of the package there. And I'm really curious to see if this transfer is any different than the one from Scream Factory. But the Scream Factory transfer I didn't have a problem with. But, I mean, in all truthfulness, I'm really not one of these guys that sits there and picks out the grain and the color corrections. I'm probably not the best guy to ask as far as that goes. It looks good, it looks bad. I don't really fine-tune it that much. But this one here, the one from Imprint says... It has a 1080p high-definition transfer from Paramount Pictures. And the one from Scream Factory says... Oh, it doesn't say. So that's interesting. So I guess I'm not going to be able to tell from that. It does not say anything about the transfer on the back of the packaging here. Unless I'm blind, it just says 1080p high-definition widescreen. But it doesn't say anything about if the transfer was done by Paramount Pictures or not. So if anybody knows down below, please let me know. Usually it says on the back, it does not here. But guys, that is Body Parts. Super fun movie. Check that one out. Alright. Next up, we have a movie that I'm not familiar with. This came out in 1972. And this is Spine number 84. And it's another horror movie. It's a movie called A Reflection of Fear. But guys, the main reason why I picked up this movie here is because I'm a huge Jaws fan. And this movie here, the main star of this movie here is Robert Shaw. The great Quint. And so I picked this up because I am a Robert Shaw fan. This is a movie of his I've never seen, so that kind of drew my interest. This also stars Sally Kellerman and Sandra Locke. Now, I definitely do not like Sandra Locke. Back in the day, she used to be married to Clint Eastwood. She was in some Clint Eastwood films, and I think she is just an absolute terrible actress. She's probably my least favorite actress of all times. Let's just put it that way. Didn't know she was in this. I just seen Robert Shaw was in it, and I grabbed it. But I'm going to overlook the fact that she's in this because of Robert Shaw. I mean, I don't mean to talk bad about her. I know she's passed away, but and she messed with my boy Clint back in the day. Can't have that. And she's just a terrible actress, man. She blamed Clint Eastwood for ruining her career. What ruined her career? She couldn't act. But that's enough about that. Robert Shaw's in this. That's enough for me. It says the fragile world of a disturbed young woman living in a remote New England house is further shaken when her father turns up with a woman he introduces as his fiancée. And it says, "Don't reveal what Marguerite must conceal." That's what the tagline says. Not much as far as special features. You get a 1080p high definition transfer, audio commentary with Lee Gamblin from 2021. You get some audio interviews with Sandra Locke from 2014, actor Gordon DeVal from 2021, and it says theatrical trailer. So guys, I'm hoping for the best with Robert Shaw being in this. I'm expecting the worst with Sandra Locke being in this. Just not a fan, guys. She just when I see her on screen, she's one of those actresses I can't stand her. Anyway, enough about that, guys. Any Sandra Locke fans out there, I'm sorry. If you want to know what I'm talking about, go watch Any Which Way But Loose and wait till she gets on stage and wait till she sings. As soon as she sings, come talk to me. Alright guys, that's ran over. Sorry about that. Alright, moving on. We have a movie here that I'm very excited about. This is one I was going to grab from Arrow. Arrow put out a limited edition set of this, but I never did. So I decided to go ahead and grab it here on the Imprint line. And this is a Imprint box set. And this is number 11. And that is Major Dundee. Look at that artwork, guys. And this is one of the thicker hard boxes. And I'll show you all the inside of it in just a minute here. But this movie came out in 1965, and of course stars the great Charlton Heston. Also stars Richard Harris, John Hutton, James Coburn, and just going down the cast to make sure I'm not leaving anybody big out here, guys, that I recognize. You got Slim Pickens in this. L.Q. Jones. Now, I recognize L.Q. Jones from Lone Wolf McQuade. He was like the older Texas Ranger. So L.Q. Jones was great in that. I think it's the only thing I ever seen him in. But I was a big fan of him on Lone Wolf McQuade. And I'm probably leaving some people out here, guys. But yeah, this movie here is supposed to be a classic. I've never seen it. I've always wanted to. It says in 1864, due to frequent Apache raids from Mexico to the U.S., a Union officer decides to illegally cross the border and destroy the Apache, using a mixed army of Union troops, Confederate POWs, civilian mercenaries, and scouts. Yeah, I wish my dad was still alive. I'm sure my dad's seen this back in the day. I've never watched it with him. I'm sure he was familiar with this film. I know he was a Charlton Heston fan, and he was a Western fan. There's no way my dad hadn't seen this, but this is not one that I have any memory of ever watching with him back in the day. So yeah, I'm super excited about this one, guys. I'll go on and show you what the packaging looks like. I mean, you get this, you get a slip box. There's the side of it, and this has 2 films on the inside, and we'll find out why here together. Because this is the first time I'm really looking at this. There's the artwork of both, and let's see here. Okay, so this here is the theatrical version on this disc here, and this here is this is the extended version. So you have the theatrical and the extended. So it's kind of interesting they put it in 2 separate cases like that, but it is really good packaging. So there's the disc of the extended, and here is the disc of the theatrical. I'll take out that so you guys can see it for those of y'all that care. There's a nice shot of Charlton Heston there. Sorry for the glare. And I will show you all the inner artwork on the other one. Just a nice scenic shot there. Yeah, you got an old Western with Charlton Heston in it. I'm there. So, I mean, it looks like you get a ton of features on this one here, guys. I'll go through them really fast. You get a 1080p presentation of the film on Blu-ray, extended and deleted scenes. You get a vintage featurette, original US and UK trailers, the trailer artwork outtakes, isolated score audio track. So that's interesting. And it looks like you get okay, so that on the theatrical version you have a 1080p presentation, and on the extended version you get a 4K scan of the extended version undertaken by Sony Pictures. Okay, so you're going to get a better transfer on the extended. It looks like you're getting an extra 4K scan of that. So that's good to know. That's good to know. Other than that, it looks like okay, there are different features on each disc. So I'll just go through this one as well. The extended version, you get a 4K scan, like I said. You get an exclusive audio commentary, another audio commentary. There's another featurette on this from 2019 called Passion and Poetry, The Dundee Odyssey. And you also get Mike Siegel about the Passion and Poetry Project. You get some other trailers and outtakes, it looks like. So yeah, guys, there is different features on each disc. But if you're looking for the best transfer, you probably want to just check out the extended version for what it looks like. But yeah, guys, very happy to have this. I'm going to be checking this one out soon. That is Major Dundee with the great Charlton Heston. And I don't remember if I said it or not, but that's spine number 11, and this is from 1965. Major Dundee, guys, that's a good release. Alright, now this next one here, I know that this one was remade in 2004, but this is the original from 1966. And this is the Michael Caine classic, Alfie. And this is another box set. There's the sides. And guys, these boxes are just, I mean, they're really fantastic. They really look great on the shelf. But this is number 41. This movie stars Michael Caine and Shelley Winters. And again, you get the really nice box there with 2 different discs. But this is not the theatrical and the extended. This is actually a film and a documentary. The first film is, of course, the film Alfie. And this other one is a documentary hosted by Michael Caine, and it's called My Generation. It says Michael Caine invites you to celebrate the 60s, the decade that changed the world. So, yeah, that's going to be fun, guys. Like I said, a big fan of documentaries. It says British film icon Michael Caine narrates and stars in My Generation, the vivid and inspiring story of his personal journey through the pop culture explosion that was 1960s London. Based on personal accounts and stunning archive footage, this feature-length documentary film sees Kane travel back in time to talk to the Beatles, Twiggy, David Bailey, Mary Quaint, the Rolling Stones, David Rockney, and others. So, yeah, that should be a pretty fun documentary. So this is a really nice set, guys. You get the movie, you get the documentary. Now, yeah, this is a good time. It says here on the spines, it says the movie was 1966. The documentary is from 2017. And this is spine number 41. But I will show you all the inside. There's the disc artwork. And there's a shot of the inside there. But yeah, guys, I'm a big Michael Caine fan. I've never seen anything with him that I didn't enjoy. I'm not going to lie. Jaws the Revenge, yeah, pretty dumb movie. But Michael Caine being in it, I mean, first off, why is Michael Caine even in this movie? But all the scenes Michael Caine was in, I still enjoyed. And I'm not going to lie, guys, I know Johnny doesn't like this. I know he doesn't like the word guilty pleasure, so I'm not going to feel guilty about it. But that is a movie that if there was a such thing as a guilty pleasure, that would be one. I don't hate Jaws the Revenge. I take it for what it is. It's a stupid-ass movie. But when it's on, if I sit there and watch it for a few minutes, you know, it's a good time. Is what it is. That's coming from a diehard Jaws fan also. And I just look at it for stupid. I mean, it's got a growling shark in it. You can't take it that seriously. Alright guys, I kind of went off on a tangent on Jaws of Revenge. Sorry about that. But I mean guys, it's a great release, great packaging. I'm excited to check this movie out. And after watching this movie, I'll probably go watch the remake of 2004 with Jude Law. I heard a lot of good things about this movie. I know there's a lot of fans of it. You know, this is before my time. You know, again, broadening the horizons, guys. That's what it's all about. Well, guys, that's all I got in this collection update. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank y'all for sticking around. I'm going to have some more A24 titles coming up soon. I'll have some more Imprint titles as I get them in. I'll be sure to do a new collection update. But be looking out here soon, guys. In the next couple of days, I should have a new Scream Factory collection update. I'm sitting here looking at probably 30-plus titles right now on my desk. So I'm still getting these Scream Factories in, trying to get done with the collection, guys. I'm trying to get caught up. I'm getting close. I'm hoping in the next maybe 2 or 3 months, whatever, I'm going to be there. We'll just see how it goes. But I've been buying these damn things like crazy. I'm looking forward to having these Scream Factories knocked out so I can just kind of get what comes out in the future. You know, this playing catch up with something like this. This is an endeavor that sometimes I question my sanity, guys. I know everybody watching this probably does as well. But you know, I'm just such a fan of the company, and these releases I'm getting, and they just look like a fun time. I just need to find the time to watch these movies. My goal coming up over the next few weeks is I want to try to do what Tony does over at Basement Blues. He watches a movie a day. I would love to be able to find the time to watch one movie a day. And, you know, just take an hour and a half, 2 hours, you know, put it aside that, okay, this is going to be the time I'm going to watch a movie. That's the only way I'm ever going to get caught up with all these movies I'm buying is just to watch one movie a day. And even doing that, I have so many to catch up on. But guys, you know, again, thank you all so much for watching this. I'm going to get on out of here. I will see y'all again in a future video. Again, if you guys haven't subscribed, please feel free to subscribe to the channel. Thank you guys so much for all the support. You guys take care. Have a great week, and I will see you guys again real soon. I appreciate it.